Hello, parents. My name is Judy Harper, and I'm an English teacher at your teenager's high school. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you'll find some useful information about teens and their social media usage and why it is critical for you as a parent to limit and monitor the amount of time your teenagers spend on social media. First, I'd like to present you with some background information. In a study conducted by the Pew Research Center, 92% of teenagers report going online every day, and of that 92%, 56% say they go online several times a day, and 24% report going online almost constantly. A recent CNN report finds that teens are spending an average of 9 hours a day on media, and these 9 hours do not include the time they spend on media for school. Another CNN report, called Being 13, indicates that teenagers check their social media an average of 100 times a day, and that they feel an intense pressure to monitor their popularity status. A report in the Journal of Pediatrics warns that because of teenagers' inability to fully regulate themselves and because of their susceptibility to peer pressure, their use of social media can contribute to a variety of problems such as bullying, clique forming, anxiety, depression, and pressure to experiment sexually. What does all this mean? This means that your teenagers are spending more time online than you think they are, and because your teenagers' brains are fragile and still developing, they might be inadvertently subjecting themselves to dangerous situations. We all know that our teens spend more time than they should online, and that social media is their main form of socializing. And it's easy to rationalize that socialization is good and healthy. But the problem with online socialization is that it exists 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and this can easily lead to overuse. This alone is unhealthy, but when you factor in the other dangers such as development of low self-esteem and the development of anxiety and depression, it becomes clear we must step in and set limits. What can we do? How can we create limits without turning our homes into battlegrounds? I'll admit, it's not easy. Telling my teen to put her phone away can be akin to telling her to cut her arm off. So, the first bit of advice is to model good behavior. Make a point of putting your phone away for specific occasions, such as dinner, or at breakfast, or when going out for a shopping trip. Set a few clear boundaries and stick to them no matter what. Make sure these rules are realistic. Two easy-to-follow rules are no phones at the dinner table and no phones overnight in the bedroom. Check your kids' phones. It's essential to know what they are doing, and I believe this can only be done by seeing what they do. Yes, you're right, your teenagers won't like this, but if you explain that you intend to check only for their safety, they might be more understanding. Also, if your teenager seems particularly terrified of this idea, it might be a red flag for you to be certain to check his or her social media. Another option is to sign up for your teen's social media accounts. While I don't do this personally, I know several parents who do and find it to be simple and effective to be able to monitor their kids. Finally, ask questions and remind your children that you are there for them no matter what. The point here is that the world is different than when we were kids, and whether we like social media or not, it's here to stay, and it's a massive part of our kids' lives. Much of it is very creative and fun, but there are a few trends that are unhealthy, and it's our responsibility to be aware and to create some boundaries that will help our children grow into healthy, fully functioning adults. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. Here are the references that I used to put the information together.